gonna happen with the folks that have gone no contact with their parents?
What are filial laws, and how are they going to impact people like me who are no contact with their families?
Adult children that have gone no contact with their parents, what are they going to do about this new law that is happening in some states? It's called Filial law, and it is that you must, like, it's a must for you to take care of your old parents, right? You're entitled to take care of them. So imagine I've gone no contact with your parent due to your personal reasons and good reasons. Sometimes, most of the time, adult children that go no contact with their family or their parents are always genuine reason. So now, what are you going to do? Like, what is going to happen? Hey, beautiful people, how y'all doing today? It's your girl, Maria Davis, and thank you all so much for tuning in another interesting video. So, have you got no contact with your parents? What are you going to do about this law? Is this law happening where you are? Let us know down in the comment section, because it is going to be difficult. Why some people are like, you see, I would rather rot in jail than take care of this my parents, or take care of this my mom or my dad. Some people are like, I would rather rot in jail. Let them arrest me. Let them arrest me. Why some people are like, there's going to be elder abuse. There's going to be a lot of abuse going on. People are going to start abusing their elders, their parents, and all of that. What is your take? Why I wrote some videos for you also. Can you share your thought down in the comment section respectfully, and I'll see you at the end of the video.
What are filial laws, and how are they going to impact people like me who are no contact with their families? Filial laws are legal statutes that require adult children to financially support their parents if they are unable to do so themselves. These laws can also extend to other relatives in some cases. Currently, there are 30 states in the United States with filial laws in place. Here are the 30 states that have filial laws. So what happens to those of us who are no contact with our families? Well, we could be pursued legally. We could end up in jail, or we could end up with heavy fines. Filial laws differ from state to state. For example, here in Georgia, the filial law simply states that a child who is able to must take care of an impoverished parent. In another state like Arkansas, it states that a child who is able to must provide for their parents' mental health. Again, every state is different, so definitely look into your own state. If you live in a state that has filial laws, you can be held liable, have criminal or civil actions taken against you if you fail to provide for your parent under the state law, even if you're no contact with them. Those of us who have gone no contact with our families did so for very serious reasons. People don't just cut off all family willy-nilly for shits and giggles, right? Me personally, I went no contact with my adoptive mom because of the way she kicked me out when I was 17 years old, because of the way she treated me when I was a child, because of the way she allowed other adults to abuse and harm me, and so much more. Like, I have very good reasons for why I went no contact. That being said, I do not necessarily need to worry about the filial laws here in Georgia because I have other siblings, and the other siblings that are in contact with my adoptive mom will be taking care of her.
You think the elders are getting abused in the nursing homes? Just wait until their kids are forced to take care of them. So I've been sort of observing the conversation around certain states have laws where if your parents are unable to take care of themselves, like, the children are legally obligated to take care of them. And let me just say, this kind of goes hand in hand with the conversation around childhood trauma and people cutting off their parents' stuff. Like, if these people that have gone through all of the work to be able to cut ties and go no contact with their parents are forced legally to provide physically, financially, medically, all of the things for their adult parents that are aging, it's not going to end well. And I get it that the law is more for, like, financial support, but here's the thing. With the way the economy is going now and the way that most people's budgets are, there's no way that they're paying. Some nursing homes are upwards of like 10, 15 grand a month to have them in there, and that's not even for the good ones. So you can't tell me that the majority of people who are going to be forced to take care of their parents can actually afford to put them in a nursing home and aren't going to have to bring them into their home or figure out some sort of arrangement where they don't have to pay as much and their parent is still taken care of. Now, I can see if you've gone through and you've done the work and you've gone to therapy, you just kind of make the best of the situation and try to, take care of them. But I don't see it going that well because the vast majority of people have not done the work. They have not done the deconstructing and the healing. So just like adults that are forced to take care of children that they don't want and don't have the capacity to take care of, there's going to be violence. There's going to be abuse. Like, it's just inevitable at this point, because when people are put in a position where they have no other choice and they have big feelings about it, they're going to take it out on the person who is they perceived to be putting them in that position and having those big feelings. And I am not condoning this. I'm not saying it is okay. What I am saying is that I think we're going to see a huge uptick in APS, or Adult Protective Services, or elder, services. It's gonna be wild, because honestly, like, if they thought the best way to take care of you was to beat the shit out of you and not meet any of your needs, then turnabout's fair play.
I just found out about filial law. As in some states, it is a legal requirement that children have to take care of their parents, like nursing home expenses, their final expenses while they're still alive and whatnot. Y'all, I have never been so proud to live in the state of Oklahoma. And as someone who is completely no contact with not only her legal father, the one that signed her birth certificate, who lives in Oklahoma, I don't have to take care of my biological father, who also lives in Oklahoma. Y'all, these are the worst kind of fathers. Y'all, they're both equally the worst kind of narcissists. One is a covert narcissist and one is an overt narcissist. If y'all want to know what that means, and if y'all want to know that story of my father's situation, I will gladly tell you. But I have zero contact with both these men. And the unfortunate part is I have two siblings on one side and two siblings on the other. In fact, I really feel bad for my biological fathers, my siblings on my biological father's side. They're just like I am. They want nothing to do with him either. And on my legal father's side, God, I feel bad for those siblings too. I think I just need to have him removed from my birth certificate too. Just leave no father. Just none. Just leave it alone. But y'all, I have never been so proud of Oklahoma. And I would gladly take care of my mama. I would gladly, it wouldn't even have to be a law. And she lives in Texas, and not a law there either. But I would gladly take care of her. She's a freaking angel. But y'all, check your state and find out if it's filial law there. Because in Oklahoma and Texas, it is not. From what I've gathered. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Because I'd be really sad if I was wrong, especially in Oklahoma.
Well, something disturbing just went across my FYP. Maybe somebody can help me make sense of it. It's concerning filial laws. There is a creator who is sounding the alarm within the no-contact estranged adult children communities about legal enforcement of filial laws. And the argument that this creator has is that there's going to be a rise in elder... Interesting. I got a question, though. I thought this generation of estranged adult children are cycle breakers. I thought they were the more emotionally mature and intelligent. I thought this generation is the ones that have healed their trauma. So maybe somebody explain to me why there would be a rise in elder if your entire argument against previous generational parenting choices is that you would never engage in that sort of behavior. Why would there be a rise in elder mistreatment and make it make sense, guys?
I've tried to do this video so many times without laughing, but let's go ahead and get it over with. I just got word of this filial law. Okay, if I got to take care of my mama, okay, cool. And if I got some extra coin, I'm going to make sure, we take shifts, okay? But to that man that told me we don't never have to speak again, to that man that talked so much shit up in my text messages and on my voicemail, to that man that literally got away with doing bare fucking minimum. I'm talking bare fucking minimum throughout my childhood. Go ahead and put me in the jail, honey. He said, you won't never hear from me again. Stand on that. Stand on it. Cause go ahead and put me in jail. If that's a law, I'm
What's gonna happen with the folks that have gone no contact with their parents?
I'm going to tell you right now. If the children who are no contact with their parents due to abuse and trauma are forced to be financially responsible for those same parents because of the filial laws, several things are going to happen very quickly, and none of them are good. The first thing that's going to happen is you are going to see elder abuse skyrocket, okay? The filial laws and responsibility laws are going to be put in place much broader and much sooner than any sort of caveat laws that go with them, which means that they're going to pass the filial laws and it'll be much, much later that they create the legal exceptions for that. Eventually we'll see, the exception for you were abused, you don't have to do it. You don't have the money yourself, you don't have to do it. But until they create those, that first filial law is going to stand. And the no contact children, until they have those clauses, are going to have to do this. And I'm telling you right now, they are going to bring those parents home. They will. That no contact is going to end immediately. Because if you force no contact children to take care of their abusers, they are going to use every opportunity to abuse them back. And I know that sounds gruff, but it is going to happen. You are not going to be able to put traumatized grown adults in the same living situation as their much older abusive parents and think that everything is going to go just fine. It's not. They're not going into nursing homes. We're not going to waste our money putting them in good places that are going to take care of them. We're not going to do that. We're going to bring them home. They're going to live in our living room with minimal clothing, the very most basic of needs, and nothing fucking else, because we don't want to do it and nobody's going to make us. And the second those caveat laws go into place, finally 2 or 3 years down the road, we're kicking them right to the curb again. They're going to go from a lovely nursing home to their child's home where they are being avenged right out onto the street. And that's what's going to happen. So these filial laws, they better come with the caveats already, because we are absolutely going to see elder abuse skyrocket.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of abuse, elder abuse, because you disowning your mom. Let me just say your dad, right? You disowning your dad and be like, I don't want to be your child anymore. And now there's a law that is saying that you must take care of your father and all of that. And they're like compulsory the law and everything. Of course, you can take your father to the house. Maybe you don't even want to you don't want to spend any dime on him, because anything can happen that makes you go no contact with your father, right? You're going to start treating him anyhow, because you will remember all the things that he has done to you. Because once somebody is old, they don't really have power. They now behave like a child. It's not like you as an adult, you have a little child, but in a grown body, if that makes sense. So you have to literally treat them like a child. So imagine, and people treat child like they like them. That is, you always like babies, you like children, and all of that. But these ones, because they have big body, they are very annoying. And now not liking them, or you have a lot of hatred somewhere. You're actually going to treat them really bad. I don't even think this law makes sense, to be honest, because why is it the children that would start taking care of their parents? Why does it have to be the children that will take care of the parents? It's really annoying these days, to be honest. This law to me doesn't make sense. Even if you are currently talking to your parent, what if you're not okay at that point to take care of your elderly ones, probably financially, mentally, or you yourself, you actually need somebody to take care of you. Maybe you're sick so many things. What's going to happen? Right? This law doesn't make sense. Have you heard about this law? Is this law happening in your state? Let me know down in the comment section. Have you got no contact with your parents and this law is happening in your state? What are you going to do? And if it doesn't got into your state yet, what are you going to do when it gets to your state? I really need to know, to be honest, because this conversation that is going on TikTok, and a lot of people are like, it's going to be a lot of elder abuse, or a lot of people are like, they would rather rot in jail, to be honest, because people go no contact with their parent for genuine reason, and it has to be respected, right? What is your take on this video? Can you share your thoughts down in the comment section? It's a short clip that I share with you all today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.